So the next thing is, now that
Sorry, I
you've
just have to change this.
no problem. Now that you've decided that you're going to be on social media, the next thing you're going to do is actually a decent profile for yourself.
So
I'm not sure who that is. Just mute yourself. Thank you. If you could just start off by setting up a decent profile for yourself. Now, profiles are brand personalities. And here we're going to have a little bit of fun, because nobody quite grasps how much a brand has its own personality and how you yourself have the personality that you're expressing to yourself. So what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that the post office is a living, breathing human being standing in front of you. It's not a building or an organization. It's a living, breathing human being. And I want you to either jot down these answers or you can just think about them mentally. I'm going to ask you some questions about this human being that's standing in front of you. Question number one, is the post office, this human being standing in front of you, male or female? Don't answer me, just keep those questions in mind. My second question is, how old is the post office? This person, this human being standing in front of you. Question number three, where does the post office live? Question number four, what does the post office drive? Question number five, what does the post office drink? Where does the post office spend its leisure time? And finally, would you be seen out in public with the post office? Now, those are simple little questions, but let me give you some answers straight away. Let me tell you how it works. I have done this thing literally for tens of thousands of people around the country, and the answers are always the same. 95% of the answers are male when it comes to who the post office is. One woman puts up her hand and she said, I saw female. I ask her why, and she says, because, and I was once married, and I understand that because is a recognized answer and it's good enough. But I can tell you that most people see the post office as male. How old is the post office? Usually somewhere between 70 and 90. Otherwise 200 years or ancient. That's the kind of answer I get. Where does the post office live? I can tell you it's never anywhere near where you live. If you live on the East Rand, you probably put the West Rand. If you live on the West Rand, you probably put the East Rand. If you live in Cape Town, you might have put Belleville. And that's male. Oh, thank you very much, Sean. Yeah, the post office is male, M-A-I-L, not M-A-L-E. How old is the post office? Where does the post office live? Now, what does the post office drive? Here, it's usually a bakkie, a bicycle, a Ford Cortina, an old Toyota Corolla. What does the post office drink? Inevitably here, it's brandy and Coke. Very often people even say Clippies and Coke, or they might say Lion Lager, or occasionally some of the women might say tea if they put female as their answer at the top there. Where does the post office spend its leisure time? That's kind of at Loftus Versfeld, at the dam fishing, with its mates around the braai. And finally, would you be seen out in public with the post office? Absolutely not. And those are kind of the standard answers. That's the persona that the post office have managed to develop. Now, if I were to flick in Netflix into all of this, Netflix is either male or female, doesn't really matter, around about 35 years old, lives in a gated community, somewhere in a very fancy upmarket suburb, drives a 4x4 or the latest sports car. What does it drink? Chardonnay or cocktails, spends its leisure time in the gym, on the golf course, or maybe with family and friends. And would you be seen out in public with it? Absolutely. And it's very important that you understand that you, as you project yourself on social media, are presenting this very human persona all the time. So in order to get a perfect profile ready for yourself, there are 10 key points. Number one, you need to display your name, not just any name. I want you to make sure that your name is available in your profile. Also be aware that you have a username, particularly on things like Facebook. You've got an @ username. So it's I am facebook.com/Mike said what. Be aware of that so you can use it there. It's important that you use a good profile picture. At least if you are a company, put a really good quality logo up there and make sure that it's there. Understand your links, put a link to your website, all your other stuff, put it there. And now take some time to write your bio. This is all about you. This is your elevator pitch in a slightly longer. You've got a little bit more than 120 characters. You've probably got about 250 characters. That's about it. Make sure you have a clear and concise bio telling people what to do. Look at your interests, tick them off, share your interests, make sure people understand them. That cover image is probably the single most important and the single most slaughtered thing that I see there. The problem with a cover image is that they're all different sizes. The Facebook cover image on a desktop is not the same size as Facebook cover image on a mobile phone. So you need to do some research, and that's also not the same size as the profile picture on your, the cover image on your LinkedIn profile. Now, LinkedIn's really nice because what LinkedIn does is it goes and throws, you need to go, LinkedIn throws your profile picture smack bang in the middle of it, and on your desktop it's on the left-hand side, and it's all about taking some time. I'm a very big Canva fan. In fact, this whole presentation was built in Canva. I'll talk about that a bit later on, but take some time. Now, another thing I see is people not understanding their privacy settings. As a business and you need people to be able to share your stuff. You need to go into your social media, into your privacy settings, and make sure that they are open. I know that you feel that there are risks involved, but believe me, you only get hacked through stupidity, not through anything else. So go and change your privacy settings to allow people to share your things, which is what you want more than anything else. And then your activities, and then finally your promotion. Go and promote yourself. Spend a little bit of time, a little bit of money. This is how you get a perfect profile picture. Follow these 10 steps. It's a very important part because it's the start of your social media journey.